Do you know how you're going to feel at the beginning of this week? You're going to feel like literally the worst is over. Because it's about the message that you're actually going to have at the beginning of this week. This message is not only going to open your eyes, but it's most importantly going to make you aware of the certain aspect of your life that was draining your energy so much, that was making you feel so negative, that was making you feel so uncomfortable, because way too often you have found yourself feeling uncertain, especially when it comes to your future, but especially when it comes to the certain plans as well. This in itself was affecting you, but it was also like primarily affecting you in such a way where when it comes to like a planning for the future and things like that. So the message that you're actually going to have at the beginning of the week, my gorgeous Scorpio, and I'm talking about the week in between the 10th and the 16th of October 2022, that message, that information, that news that you're going to have, it's going to mean one specific thing. The worst is over. The worst is literally over. I almost said the world is over. Yeah, well, you know. No, I'm joking. No, the worst is over. This is exactly how you're actually going to think, how you're going to feel, my gorgeous Scorpione, indeed. And that in itself, it's really kind of going to not only make you feel so good about yourself, but it's also like kind of from the beginning of this week, you're going to find like a lots of inspiration like throughout this week, like everywhere. And you're going to find yourself like seeing beauty in so many things that you didn't see before. And this is a beautiful moment in time, and it's also, when it comes to the whole week, but it's also to do with your own spiritual awakening. Also going back to that moment when you're going to become aware of like the worst is over, literally. This is going to reflect almost immediately on you knowing, you know, it's because a huge amount of negative energy, it's actually going to shift, and this is going to increase your personal vibration. And once that happens, then we feel like really energetic, but then again suddenly we feel like kind of like we are able to kind of reflect on those parts of our lives that are giving us progress, you know. So this is all going to kind of reflect on the part of your life that you're gonna become aware almost immediately. Oh my God, I'm making progress with this part of my life. And now that is going to also show you like some kind of expansion. So it's a lot to do with an expansion, but it's a lot to do with you kind of starting to look forward, you know, to things to come, especially in terms of like a new projects and things like that. But also, most importantly, you will know which plan, you will know exactly which plan or what to commit yourself to. And this in itself, it's basically going to, you know, this is, you're going to become aware of like moderation and the balance and the harmony. But this is all about you needing to become, you needing to understand that, you know, you need to be patient. But it's also when it comes to like you making a progress and being committed to the certain plan, you know, it's all a lot to do with you kind of now at this stage mixing and blending, you know, things together in order to create something new. This is also going to make you aware of like a very, very kind of like unhealthy attachment in your life, something very unhealthy. It's going to become absolutely obvious here, because you know you are actually going to become, well, you're going to become fully aware also at around the beginning of the week. It's going to open your eyes, but it's most importantly going to make you aware of some kind of unhealthy attachment, and that in itself, it's going to really kind of give you a little warning about some kind of temptation as well that you need to pay attention to. So if something is offered to you at the beginning of the week and it looks and it feels like too good to be true, or you come across someone who is like kind of really nice or whatever that person is, but then again at the same time something is not right about that person, run, my gorgeous Scorpione, on miles. This is a sign that, you know, you are going to be kind of, you are going to come across someone who is quite dishonest, and you, somebody who's like not really nice person, somebody who's like really dark when it comes to their energy, but somebody who's going to be quite pushy as well when it comes to something. So you just need to avoid that person as much as you possibly can. And at the same time, this is actually going to really contribute towards you, you know, kind of understanding now that, you know, it's a lot down to you. It's a lot up to you, because something is also, there is a stage of your life My gorgeous Scorpionic, you know what? It's the part of your life, it's stage of your life that it's coming to an end. And the stage of your life that it's coming to an end, it actually came to an end a while back. But you just need to let it go. You see, you need to let this go, because it's to do with the part of your life that you were so passionate about for such a long time, but your karma came to an end with that part of your life. Why your karma came to an end? Because you've been prepared for something much something much bigger, something much more important. But I don't need to say this to you, because you are going to feel this vibration of all these elements, because this is going to contribute pretty much so towards you understanding which part of your life came to an end. And the sooner you move on from that part of your life, the sooner you're going to be kind of like really pretty much so facing the brand new direction, the brand new dimension. This is going to lead towards a very important portal being open, which is going to happen by the end of the week. But this is in itself going to be pretty much so a brand this in itself is going to be pretty much so the beginning, you know, the beginning stage right now. So you know, that situation and that part of your life that you need to leave behind, it came to an end a long time ago. But it's just like, as I said, because when we are really passionate about something, we just need a little bit longer time. You know, when we were passionate about something, or we used to be passionate about certain part of our lives, then, you know, we just need a little bit longer in order to come to terms with this. But at this moment in time, I don't need to explain this to you, because this is going to become absolutely obvious. Not only it's like you are leaving this like old life behind, but this is going to be the actual, you're creating a path for your ultimate happiness here. You see, this is something that you need to do. This is something that you have been prepared for such a long time, my gorgeous Scorpione. But at the same time, look at this. When I shuffle these cards, okay, so it's about leaving an old situation behind, my gorgeous Scorpione. Look, I'm just going to focus on that situation that you need to leave behind. I'm just going to focus on that situation. There you go. This, oh my God, you see this? The situation that you need to leave behind. It's also like, as soon as you kind of, the old life, something that does not serve you anymore. It's to do with the part of your life that it's making you feel really negative and really unhappy, and only you can make a necessary change. And this part of your life, it's actually came to an end. You will know what am I talking about, because you are preventing your sacredness to come out. Because after this moment in time, as I said, you've been prepared for something really big, something really important, and I'm not surprised that this is happening in the month of October indeed. And what you're being prepared, it's like pretty much so your sacred gift, it's going to be highlighted here. You see here, this is to do with the sacred gift that it's actually going to be highlighted by the mid of this week. And when I say that the sacred gift is going to be highlighted, look, that in itself, it's also, that was just here, that in itself, it's also going to kind of like really help you to understand that sacred gift, that is going to be highlighted. Why? Because you're going to be thinking about the midweek, how to prevent some kind of a tower situation, because you are going to become aware of somebody else's unfortunate situation, and this is going to make you open your eyes, and this is going to make you realize something, and this is going to make you realize some kind of hidden dangers that could come to you, and you will be just thinking about preventing this hidden danger, you see. And at that moment in time, some kind of sacred gift, you know, something that you're very kind of gifted about, something that it's so important to you, something that it's so unique to you, this is actually going to be highlighted. And how we make the most of our spiritual journey, it's but taking our weirdness on the next stage, taking our weirdness on the next level. This life, it's all about being weird, us allowing ourselves to be weird, instead of allowing ourselves to be conditioned by the people and entities and very dark creatures that we don't even know, like that may actually tell you what to do and how to feel and what to pay attention to and what to look forward to. No, baby, no. This is an ultimate impact of your spiritual journey that you can actually that we can actually make the most of. So it's the sacred gift. It's almost like something very unique and very bizarre and very like kind of very unique to you. Do you know what I mean? So it's also along those lines us just allowing ourselves to be ourselves, because I do know that maybe there are going to be few people like like at around the midweek who are going to be telling you, oh no, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. No, baby, no. I said this before. It's to do with us, with our lives, with our decisions that we make in our lives. It's to do with us. And even if they are wrong decisions, even if they're not right decisions, it doesn't matter. You have to make like a wrong decision at that moment in time in order to make the most, of this life, because it means that there is so much that you need to learn, that you need to understand, that you need to reflect on before you are prepared for something really, really big. Do you know what I mean? So this is what I'm talking about here, my gorgeous Scorpione. But at the same time, you see, you are gonna need like a bit of just like a kind of like a mental preparation. You are gonna need to kind of like a really also like kind of mentally prepare yourself here. And why you're gonna need to mentally prepare yourself, it's purely because at the same time you're not gonna know how to actually do this as much or as such at around the midweek, but by the end of the week you are gonna have a couple of days of like a mental preparation, because I know that this mental preparation, it's also going to be so important, because you will realize when you have this mental preparation, it's like a couple of days you take out, or you're somewhere like in the forest or somewhere by the water, somewhere in nature. It really brings the most out in us. And when it comes to that mental preparation, you are going to be kind of really going to get so much about the state of mind when you're relaxed, whether you're chilling out, whether you're lying down, whether you're meditating, whether you're within the forest. It doesn't really matter. It's going to take like about a couple of days, and you are not only going to mentally prepare yourself for what is to come, but also you are going to need to have like a certain strength and a certain courage and a certain confidence. But this is also only going to come to you when you realize, like when you have this couple of days of the mental preparation, what is actually going to come to you after a couple of days. It's like what exactly, it's going to become obvious, like a vision. It's like, oh my God, the part of your life, the part of yourself that you've been fighting with, the part of yourself that you need to be honest with. So this is, to me, this is you fighting with yourself and you needing to be honest with yourself when it comes to this. And also this is going to be pretty much so the part of your life that is going to create and start and manifest your own comeback, especially when it comes to like a people in your life, especially when it comes to some really amazing people entering your life slowly but surely. But also it's going to highlight the power of collaboration, the power of talking, and the power of working with other people or involving other people in our lives as well. And also, when it comes to the midweek, my gorgeous Scorpione, is just like, oh my God, this is so good. And I'm so happy for you. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to the midweek, my gorgeous Scorpione, you're going to have such a mind-blowing inspiration here. This is crazy. And the way this inspiration is going to come to you, it's like, oh my God, I think that it's definitely going to happen from the first moment you wake up. From the first moment you wake up at around the midweek, there is this inspiration. Something is going to be on your mind, and it's going to feel so vivid. It's going to be really vivid, and this is because, I told you, when we sleep, when we dream, we travel, we have astral projections, we dream every night, but we don't necessarily remember. There is so much happening within that state of our subconscious mind. It's like, oh my God, it's crazy. So when it comes to things being pointed out at us, this is like when we are able to kind of pick the certain bits and pieces that are the most important of like us, traveling through this kind of like state of our mind. So this is why when we wake up in the morning, the first few minutes are so important, especially when something odd and something weird or something is inspiring us. On one hand, someone is going to be on your mind also when it comes to the person, when it comes to you kind of needing to help to somebody who somebody who's so important to you, somebody who's so significant to you, like a really great friend. They are in a great danger. They're in such a danger. It's crazy because of somebody else. Somebody else is like really kind of having such a bad influence and impact on them and their lives, and they're making that person who means to you so much like do things that person wouldn't normally do. That person that means to you so much is slowly but surely losing themselves, and it's a lot to do with maybe like being manipulated by somebody. Oh my God, not really good, not really nice. Somebody somebody's like using the person that you really know, that you really love, that you're really aware of, that but you are actually, that you're aware of, you kind of have been aware of it before. It was on your mind already. So this is going to be highlighted like your wrong confirmation, that your great friend or a family member, someone who means to you so much, needs your help. They need to get get out of the certain relationship, but it's to do with somebody who is having such a bad influence and impact on them, and they're making that person who you really love, who means to you so much, they're making that person to do things that that person wouldn't normally do. So it's no, baby, no. That person is reaching a quite sensitive stage of their life, and if they carry on what they do what they're doing right now, they may lose themselves like for forever. Do you know what I mean? So please, when that comes to your mind, even if it's not the first thing in the morning, but you're gonna, this right around the midweek, you're gonna become aware of that person who means to you so much. So it's either a friend, either a family member, or either someone who means to you quite a lot. And your spiritual job, my babies, your journey is to find out a little bit more, to dig a little bit more, to find out where this is actually coming from, but also to try to find out how you can kind of really help that person who means to you so much, and how you can make them aware of that person is not really good for them. And the reason why I see this for so much here, it's because it's to do with somebody who means to you so much, but it's also to do with you being basically the only one who can help that person to come out of that, so you just please try to see who this is, my gorgeous Scorpione, indeed, because this is someone who means to you so much. But also going back to that mind-blowing inspiration that you're going to have as well, just remember, mind-blowing inspiration you are going to have it around the midweek. This is gonna make you feel really strong. This is gonna make you feel really passionate. This is gonna make you feel like you desire the certain things to happen in your life so much. But at the same time, it's gonna bring you such a wonderful and optimistic and powerful energy that almost immediately, when you become aware of this inspiration, what is actually going to inspire you so much, your spirit is going to be rising. This is going to be impossible to ignore, my gorgeous Scorpione, but almost immediately you will feel like you want to declare something. So this is how you're going to know what this is. Almost like you will go to your daughter, to your son, if you have one, or to your friend, or to your family member, to your partner, whoever. You will just want to go to somebody who you normally talk to, who you normally speak to, to the first person that means to you so much. Is going to the first person that means to you so much. For example, you will want to declare this. Oh my God, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. So you will know, my gorgeous Scorpione, exactly what am I talking about here. And when I shuffle this oracle cards, okay, when I shuffle these oracle cards, my gorgeous Scorpione, especially when it comes to that inspiration, look at this, love. This is also going to bring you so much into your life in terms of love, in terms of your emotions, but it's also, this is to do with like a love, as in like a really beautiful people are gonna kind of like come into your life because of this. But at the same time, this also means that, this part of your life, it's going to be something that you're gonna love so much. But I don't need to tell you this, because every single indication that you're gonna have this week, there is so much that you're going to have in terms of like indications and sign, and this is going to be absolutely obvious, and this is also going to give you your power back. Power. I'm not saying that you've lost your power, okay, but you will kind of realize how to protect yourself and how to protect your power. And this is going to be a lot with you, like really cutting the cords completely with things that have been making you feel so uncertain and so negative and so dark for such a long time. This is going to motivate you to remove yourself from the people that are very toxic, but it also comes in terms of those things that you're maybe watching on daily or weekly basis, do you know what I mean, or reading on daily or weekly basis, and this is also going to highlight that part of your life that is becoming very toxic. It's a lot to do with the union as well, my gorgeous Scorpione, and especially when it comes to the union, you look at this with beauty. beauty, and this is going to help you, like this is pretty much so to do with like you understanding like there is so much more to this life what you already understood, but also it's a lot to do with you just suddenly seeing beauty around you that you didn't see before, and that means that your spirit is coming back home to itself. And at the same time, this is going to lead towards a very, very interesting message here, and I'm absolutely not a surprise. Guardian angel, someone is going to come through, my gorgeous Scorpione. Someone is going to come forward, and you will know. Someone is going to come forward. You know, the spirit that is going to come forward is going to be someone very special, someone very unique, someone very beautiful. This is a beautiful spirit that I'm talking about, but it's someone who you see as the guardian angel, or someone who you see as your spirit guide. Maybe you're not even aware of this person, aware of this spirit, sorry, but at the same time, this is someone who is actually, this is the spirit that is like your guardian angel. This is the spirit that is basically like your spirit guide, which is going to come forward, come through at around the mid-week. And when you become aware of that spirit, you know, you are going to feel this entity like there is no tomorrow. But at the same time, as soon as you become aware of that entity, there is going to be something that suddenly you're going to start drifting to the specific parts of your life that were like kind of going on such a long time ago. Suddenly you're gonna start feeling very kind of like maybe just a little bit lethargic. You're gonna feel at that moment in time, but this is also going to be a sign that there is a very powerful energy going on around you, and these feelings and these emotions are also gonna like kind of point to the certain part of your life from a long time ago. And then when that spirit comes around, you know, it's about you suddenly feeling like also very nostalgic, but you're not going to be able to understand where this is coming from, why you're feeling nostalgic. And the certain person from your past is going to be on your mind. The certain person from the past is going to be on your mind, and then you, what you're going to think about that specific person, that's something that is really kind of going to make you feel so good about yourself through that person. You will kind of become aware of something that person did with their life, and this is also going to bring you such an amazing kind of realization, and it's going to open your eyes, and at the same time it's going to inspire you to do exactly what I'm talking about right now. So when you become aware of that spirit, just also at the same time, this spirit is going to be the part of the process and progress when it comes to you reconnecting with someone in your mind. But at the same time, that particular person who you will reconnect with has got something for you, some kind of information that you need in terms of inspiration, especially when it comes to this stage and this part of your life. So the little part of you that was still kind of slowing you down is just going to disappear at that moment in time. You just need to pay attention to these signs and how far this is actually going to take you. At the same time, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's like, you know, that inspiration that I mentioned before, you know, you are going to feel, as I said, you're going to feel like you want to declare something immediately, and this is a great sign that this is something that is going to make you feel optimistic. It's going to make you feel so positive. It's going to make you feel so good about yourself, but it's also going to put you in a bit of like a kind of mischievous mode, you know. And this mischievous mode, it's also a very healthy sign that you are going to be facing, like at that moment in time, an aspect of your life which you are going to want to explore. You are going to need to explore something, and you're going to find this mind-blowing, because this would normally like kind of put you off, and now you're going to find it so challenging because of all these vibrations and energies that I'm talking about. But most importantly, you're going to find yourself, you want to explore, find out a bit more, investigate a little bit more, and you will see exactly what am I talking about. A couple of days later, you are going to become, through your own investigation and exploration, you are going to find out a certain kind of like a part of your life for the first time, which you are going to find extremely attractive. But I'm talking about like some kind of a bright prospects that you are going to feel so connected to. But this is going to surprise you. I can't believe I feel so connected to this, but this is brilliant. This is a very important stage and a moment in your life, and it means that you're evolving, but it also means that, you know, you are about to find like some kind of a truth here, and the truth that you're going to find out here, my gorgeous Scorpioni, at the same time, this truth that you're actually going to find out, it's again gonna be kind of a brilliant, because it's more like to do with an advice that you're actually going to gain from this. So it's a truth, but it's more like an advice that you're going to have at the same time, and this is going to lead towards a very much so a completely unexpected situation. Something is going to happen completely unexpectedly after that moment in time. You're going to find yourself somewhere completely unplanned, whether this is going to be on your way to the shop, whether this is going to be on when you didn't plan, and then you can kind of, something can happen in the shop, do you know what I mean? Maybe you will kind of find yourself just out of the blue, like going to the cinema, let's say, and then you change your mind and you go to the forest, do you know what I mean? So it's going to have an element, very hefty and strong element of being kind of like unplanned, and that in itself, it's going to be connected to this situation. Like once you reach this destination, do you know what I mean, you are gonna, something is gonna happen which is really going to surprise you, and I will show you now. You see, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I will tell you what is going to happen. Something is going to happen here completely unplanned, and I will show you what is this actually going to be. Something is going to happen completely unplanned, and this is going to blow you away, but at the same time, you're going to understand that you need to be patient. Your patience is your power. This is what's going to make you strong, but this is also at the moment what is going to bring you the relevant balance in your life. And when I say the relevant balance in your life, this is all going to lead towards you knowing exactly which steps to take. That situation is also going to make you aware of, like when that situation happens, what you're going to see, what you're going to become aware of, what you're going to experience. You're going to experience something very unusual, but this is all going to contribute towards you understanding that now at this moment in your life, you are still going to need to be clever. You must not rush, and at this moment in this stage in your life, in order to achieve all this, at the moment you need to follow the certain rules that you may not like, but these are part of the progress, part of the process, which is going to really at the same time, it's really gonna be beneficial when it comes to you really, you see, getting closer and closer and closer to one of the most mind-blowing stages and points of your life, which is going to bring you eventually like the whole world of changes. But at the same time, going back to that unexpected situation that is going to really surprise you, it's also going to make you aware of your own power, almost like you're going to be like kind of challenged and tested a little bit, challenged, but at the same time you're going to become aware of your own power. On one hand, you will see how strong you are, but then on another hand, that situation is going to make you aware of like that how you don't want your life to be how it was so far, especially when it comes to you feeling way too restricted. There's no way to live this life, because this life is way too short, my gorgeous Scorpione, in order for us to be restricted and living our life in a certain way, being like kind of comfortable. But then again, there is no point if we are unhappy, if we are not making the most of our lives. So you will see and you will realize how much do you want to make out of your life. You will realize, I want to make the most of my life, the most out of this life, and you're also going to realize at the same time, that was for way too long you felt like your hands were like tied at the back. So it's all about you getting to the really, really important stage of your life. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, you are, it's all about that one final push that you are going to need to make. And the one final push that you are going to need to make, my gorgeous Scorpione, this is to do also with like you kind of like basically, that situation that I said like the worst is over. You see what I mean? This is all gonna let you remember at the beginning of this week I said the worst is over. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. The worst is over, my gorgeous Scorpione, indeed. But now when it comes to the last part of this week, you do need to make one final push, and one final push that you're gonna need need to make at the end of the week. It's all about you basically needing, you're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to do this one final push at the end of the week when you understand exactly what part of your life do you want to turn into a reality. It's to do with a certain goal. It's to do with a certain part of your life that you need to turn into a reality. And you can only do this through your own faith. This is pretty much so very strongly connected to your destiny. I really hope you understand. My gorgeous Scorpione, so it's all about the end of the week when you need to become aware of the fact, where you are going to become aware of the fact that now it's all about to make a one final push. And that final push, it's going to come, it's going to happen when you find yourself being so inspired about like taking some kind of project on, but it's to do with a lot with like you turning your ideas into reality. So this is how you will know when this final push is going to happen, how this final push is going to happen. Well, it's going to come in the form of the actual inspiration at the end of the week, and you will feel so strongly and you will feel so passionate about making the certain part of your life and in turning it into the actual reality. So it's all about in turning your goals and ideas into reality. And I can do this, this is all through the power of your own faith. This is to do with having a faith, and also at the same time you need to understand that this is connected to your own destiny. This is in itself going to really inspire you, but at the same time it's going to bring such a powerful inspiration into your life, which is going to mark the stage and the period where after such a long time you are, my gorgeous Scorpione, about to have like such a control over your life. You're going to feel so strong, you're going to feel so confident, your self-esteem is going to be like a big mama. Hello, my darling. But at the same time, these are all going to be really great signs for you, which you are going to understand that you are doing the right thing. So it's not only about the final push, but it's about to understand that that final push is going to come in such a way where it's to do with your faith. You need to believe in yourself, you need to trust in yourself, and you are going to be absolutely fine. The moment you doubt yourself, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's no, baby, no. Do not doubt yourself, because you can win this, you can do this through your own faith, because very soon after that you're also going to have a very interesting sign, very kind of like unique and interesting sign, which is going to come in the form of the actual numbers, like through synchronicity. So pay attention to the actual numbers, because 3 specific numbers are going to indeed keep on repeating to you at the end of the week. And when you see the certain numbers repeating at the end of the week, wherever you see them, you need to understand that this is the part of your sign, that you should be paying attention to this part of your life, because this is to do with your ambition, this is to do with your courage. This is to do with you like taking some kind of project and your life on the whole next level, but at the same time it's to do with something really remarkable which is going to take place here. You need to also understand that the last part of this week is, especially when it comes to the actual 15th and the 16th of October, the actual 16th of October, it's also the new portal. It's opening for you as well, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is the brand new portal about to open. So to make the most of this brand new portal being open, you need to understand that you have to trust yourself, you have to trust your power, but also you can only get there by really focusing on those things that inspire you the most, and that's exactly what you should be doing. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpione, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.